Two old people on a couch here. I'd like to welcome you and thank you for viewing the video.
Make America great again. From sea to shining sea. It's a land of the free, my friends. The one for you and me. Let's go.
It is Midweek Wednesday, and I am Debbie, and this is Mark, and I keep thinking it's Friday, but it's Wednesday.
I know, because I'm off work. Mm-hmm. You've been off work.
Yeah.
Now I'm off work.
Yeah.
And everything. And I had a pretty easy day. I did work Monday, and then Tuesday and Wednesday I kind of relaxed at work because nobody's there. So I had a good.
It was great.
Yeah. So I just sat around. It was a good day. But but I was looking around on the old YouTubes, right? I'm kind of mad now. I'm kind of mad because you know how, we made the playlist of me wanting to get on HeavyDSparks, right?
I remember that.
So HeavyDSparks,
we need to get Ned back from the Antarctica.
Yeah, I'm going to get Ned.
And get him back on that.
Back after, because he's been with Jax, who I'm going to talk about in a second, from Wild Wild West, and HeavyDSparks from HeavyDSparks. Okay, so, I'm watching that, and here, HeavyDSparks' special came out first. Of him being asked by Jax to be part of a convoy to help this rancher. They had a drought where Jax is at. So he's very kind. Got Heavy D. They got his cab over. And now Heavy D felt left out. So he had to get a cab over. And of course, it's super cool, Go watch HeavyDSparks, Jax at Wild Wild West after our show.
Yeah, after our show.
So they drive 1,000 miles and then 1,000 miles back in like 2 days, right? And deliver hay to a rancher that was desperately needing it. And Jax was gonna do it all for nothing, the fuel and everything. Yeah. But then Heavy D, he stepped in and he paid for the hay and everything. All expense paid. Boom. Here's your hay, helping the guy out, right? Okay. So that's a great story for Thanksgiving, right?
And they didn't invite you.
They did not invite me again. And I was sitting there, I was like, first I send Ned to both places. He's been to HeavyDSparks. He's my twin triplet.
Yes.
My twin triplet. And you can look at the playlist that we made. We made a playlist, so you can go to Two Old People on a Couch and their playlist and see a HeavyDSparks playlist.
Right. But Ned has gotten a little bit sidetracked. He's been all over
He's been in the Antarctica.
He's been all over the place. I can't even remember where.
And so, I'm like, come on, Jax. Invite me, Invite me on one of your epic, journeys. And what can I bring?
Yeah, what do you have to offer?
Now, and it's crazy that he didn't, because look what I got to offer.
I know. 2
Mitsubishi Mighty Maxes. An 89, the red one, that I've owned from, brand new. An 89. And then I loved it so much, I got this 95 one here, right?
Yes.
And, Jack says, you got to be in love with your old truck. His cab over, he's in love with it. Well, I'm in love with these two things right here. I'll never give them up, Will.
No, you won't.
Now listen. See, we could have taken those caps off, right? And put those round bales
right inside the back.
You could have been driving one of them.
Oh my! No,
I could have been driving. No, listen. I could have been driving the other one.
Yeah.
That's 2 more bales of hay we could have done. But the only downfall, and this is how the story. You know how I like to make the scenario?
Yeah, the scenario.
We would load up.
Yes.
And we'd be like, "Hey guys, we'll see you up at the ranch, right?"
Yeah.
And those guys with their powerful cab overs and everything, and they like to soup them things up anyways too. So they take off. They're going 80 miles an hour, right? And they're flying. Boom. Yes. They're going there, and they get there in like a day. Right? 1,000 miles in a day, right?
Yes.
The problem here is with a bale of hay, they could handle the load.
Yes.
But with the side wind and these things being way under horsepowered, we're looking at top speed 45 with the crosswind, right?
Yes.
So they'd be all at the farmers getting, high-fiving like this, like, yeah, we made it. We delivered the hay. All this is going great.
We're done.
And they eat a fabulous meal, and, they sit back and they tell war stories and stuff like that about their journeys and all that. It would be so much fun, right?
Yeah.
And then they leave, right?
Yeah.
And then, but we would come pulling up like 3 days later.
Yeah, absolutely.
3 days later, we're pulling in like hey, what's up, everybody?
And he's like,
and we asked the rancher, like, where is everybody? They left like 2 days ago, man. You're late to the party. We had a great time.
Party.
So that's how that scenario would go down. But then, but I dearly love their 2 channels.
Yes, you do.
And I watch them all the time.
Uh-huh.
But now there was one scene where Jax was doing something. I want to go out to that.
Okay, go out to that.
Let's go out to that, and I'll show it. And it reminded me of something.
Okay.
So here we go. You said it read rats. All right, here we are. All right, you ready? Oh, my goodness. Okay, so here it is, right? Remember? Look at him. He's cranking and cranking and cranking like crazy, right? Cranking and cranking and cranking. This guy's coming over like, good gosh, get it. The guy's going, man, get
it done.
Like, or one of those, like,
automatic.
No, well,
screwdrivers.
Yeah, or drill. Everybody used to get on me with my truck. Yeah. Because I would do it manually. Yeah. Because it would only take literally a couple seconds more, right? But people are like, why don't you get a drill and do it? Why don't you get a drill? And that's what, look at. Yeah. Jax's wife probably looks at him that way. Yeah. Everyone's like, what?
What's taking you so long?
Or that's a really bad idea, right? Mm-hmm. So let's continue here. This is one of my.
So it reminded you of the
Doug with
episode
King of Queens. This episode right here, but
of this
is my favorite episode of all time. But here we go. Ready? So here he goes. He's got this dumbwaiter, right? He's like saying how great we got to buy this house because of this dumbwaiter. So they buy it, but it's geared pretty bad, right? He's trying to get it up to the second floor so they can eat. And of course she's like, we bought this idiotic house. And look, all because you wanted a dumbwaiter. And he's cranking, he's getting tired. He's like, oh gosh, my arm's giving out. This is terrible. And then
finally gets it.
What?
Right there.
And then
we're gonna need a tiny cleaning lady.
Okay, so
So him doing his truck.
I hope our audio was up on that segment while I was trying. But that was funny, and as he was sitting there cranking that thing, I was like going, oh, this reminds me of a good old Doug Heffernan with King of Queens. And that was a great show. Yeah. I could watch those
over and over.
We need for a while.
For a while we watched the
reruns. Yeah, always. They would come on 2 episodes a night at 9 o'clock. We're in bed. Me and her were watching them. But, they need a good...
Several years ago.
Comedy like that.
Yes.
Where... it wasn't the jokes that were funny. It was situational comedy. It was them just putting himself in a bad situation. And, it was funny humor. We need a situational comedy, not where they have the laugh track and they try to do zingers every second. Just situational comedy. None of this demonic stuff that's out there right now. Okay. All right. So I totally hijacked the first part of the show.
Oh, that's okay. We're going to get out to some Thanksgiving fun facts.
So
we got 2 sets of Thanksgiving fun facts. So Thanksgiving fun facts, here we go. Okay. In 1980, the average turkey weighed less than 19 pounds. Today, they tip the scales at about 31 pounds on average.
Wow.
So we used to get smaller turkeys.
It's all that GMOs.
And then now we have bigger turkeys.
And it's funny because the same people that say, hey, I love the jibby jab, right? All those same people that love the jibby jab, and you say, hey, do you want to have a turkey full of GMOs, right? And they go, no, it's got to be all natural. And you're like, you just change your DNA with the jibby jab. Okay, it's funny.
All right. So, 3 days of Thanksgiving. In 1621, Thanksgiving lasted for 3 days of celebration.
Holy cow.
And their consumption was of geese, ducks, and deer primarily.
Good old venison.
Not turkey. Yeah,
can't go wrong with venison.
So, and in 1941, Congress made Thanksgiving a federal holiday, reserving the 4th Thursday in November for its celebration.
All right.
Okay, and then family wasn't always first. The first Thanksgiving took place between 53 colonists and 90 Indians. I don't know how to say that word.
Okay.
Today, 89% of Americans will celebrate the holiday with 12 relatives on average.
Okay. 12 relatives. All
Uh-huh.
right. That's a
So,
lot of relatives, man.
Just a
Fuck.
day before Black Friday, up to 17% of people have skipped Thanksgiving dinner to wait in line for Black Friday deals.
That's great. That's
How
nuts
sad is
balls.
that?
Here.
But
That's nuts balls.
I'll tell you, there's one good thing that came out of this CV thing.
Yeah, a shortage of...
No,
There is
Listen,
no Black Fridays anymore?
there is no... Walmart is closed for Thanksgiving
Oh, wow.
all day.
All right.
So all those employees get to have
Well,
Thanksgiving
good for
off
them.
now.
Good for them.
And Black Friday doesn't start until Black Friday. Until Friday.
Okay.
Mhm.
You know,
So-
because they kept on trying to back it up and
Yeah,
back
back
it
it
up
up.
to be the first, so you
Yeah.
spent their money
Mhm.
there. But
Mhm.
now everybody's going
Yeah.
online anyway.
Yeah,
so
they are.
They're,
They are.
So,
So, but that's a fun
they
fact.
gave up on the madness. That's good. That's good.
Modifications by millennials. Millennials are 3 times more likely than older generations to eat vegetarian meals for Thanksgiving. And 44% of them will serve ham instead of turkey.
Yeah.
So,
Nah, turkey.
yeah.
Gotta have turkey. You know, here, there was a challenge going around. Things you liked or didn't like or whatever
Yeah.
like that. Okay, I'll just tell you real quick.
Okay.
3 things that I don't like.
Okay.
Can I interrupt
Yes.
you?
Yeah, hurry
Okay.
up.
3 things is I don't like, yams
I know you don't like yams.
or sweet potatoes.
Yeah, those are the same thing.
Are they?
hmm
Okay, well, I don't like those.
Okay.
And I don't like the cranberry
Cranberry.
sauce.
Uh-huh.
Especially, the can.
Yeah.
You'd crack it out of the can or anything
Mhm.
like that. And
Yeah.
that's it. Other than that, I can almost stomach And,
Anything.
the marshmallow thing. Yeah,
Well, those are on the yams.
well, yeah, but they also have somebody would always make Jello marshmallow.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, no, that.
I love anything
But
like that.
and no pecan pie.
Okay, well, yeah,
Ap-
I love
Apple
pecan
pie, but for sure, pumpkin pie. You have to
Okay.
have pumpkin pie.
Well, pumpkin
Continue.
pie was not a part of the first Thanksgiving celebration in 1621.
Okay.
But today maintains its status as America's favorite Thanksgiving pie.
Okay.
So, pumpkin pie is the favorite.
All right.
Okay. And giving thanks for TV, upwards to 100 million Americans will watch an average of 15 hours of TV over the holidays. So,
Yeah.
that's probably mostly football.
Yeah.
A lot of football.
The football.
And parades. Football and parade.
The football. I'm not. They pulled all that crap
Yeah.
last year, and I'm
Mhm.
not too happy with that. But I've been starting to watch a little bit of pro
Mm-hmm.
football again. But yeah, football. But please don't watch the news.
Yeah.
Turn off the news. Everything else.
Yeah. Football
Stick-
and the parades.
Yeah.
And a lot of
Yeah,
people
yeah,
watch the
yeah.
parades.
And the parades. Yeah,
Okay.
you can watch.
So now we're going to go fast through these.
All right.
These are 35 Thanksgiving facts to share with your family.
All right.
Okay. So the day after Thanksgiving is the biggest day for your plumber.
Okay.
So there you go. Americans eat 704 million
What
pounds
happens?
of turkey every Thanksgiving.
What happens at Thanksgiving that the plumber, do they clog up the drains?
They clog up the drains, probably both from cooking the food and stuff.
Grease?
Yeah,
Grease?
just stuff and
Or
cooking
taking
and doing the
baths
dishes.
afterwards? We all
And
get in the
then-
bathtub and
No.
shower. That's what
Yeah.
we do.
Okay.
Okay, keep
So,
going. All right,
anyway.
what's this one? What
Well-
about the oven? I didn't even.
Oh, 704 million pounds of
Okay,
turkey
go.
every Thanksgiving.
All right.
Okay. The Butterball hotline answers
We- yeah.
100,000 turkey-related questions
Okay.
every year.
I got to interject here, okay?
Okay.
Because, with, the shortages and everything, right?
Mhm.
And the inflation,
Yeah.
like, turkeys are like $80 or something. It's ridiculous,
Mhm.
right?
hmm
So this year,
hmm
we are going to take one of those El Monterrey frozen burritos, right? And we're going to butter it up.
Yeah.
We're going
Yeah.
to take some butter, just like you do a turkey.
Yeah.
We're going to
Mhm.
butter that sucker up. Instead of microwaving it, we're going
Mhm.
to go one step better. We're going to stick it in the oven
Oh, good.
and brown it.
hmm
And it's already
And
stuffed.
we're gonna have
It's
a-
already stuffed.
A burrito for Thanksgiving.
So we're going to
Yeah.
break tradition and have the traditional buttered, frozen El Monterrey beef and bean burrito.
No,
All right,
we're not.
continue
Man,
on.
no, it took a long time. Okay. Calvin Coolidge was given a raccoon one Thanksgiving.
It was live too.
He was a president, and
Okay.
he was given a raccoon one
All
Thanksgiving.
right. Well, that's cool.
And
Raccoons
okay,
are cool, man.
Native Americans had many uses for cranberries. So
Yeah,
anyway,
don't like the
they even
cranberry.
used them in dyes and for healing wounds.
Yeah.
So lots
can
of
handle
things that they.
cranberry juice, but not cranberry.
You're just not into cranberries. We get it. Female turkeys don't gobble.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, true. Okay, Frozen had the biggest Thanksgiving opening of any movie. So it opened on Thanksgiving and had the biggest Thanksgiving opening of any movie.
It's just like Ned.
Mm-hmm.
Frozen.
Mhm.
Did you know that Ned, whenever they sent him down there, they were paying him to prove that the earth was warm.
Mhm.
But he's down there saying it's cold as balls, right?
Uh-huh.
It's cold, man.
Yeah.
He's freezing down there. He
Mhm.
got, he got in trouble.
Yeah.
He was, he was smoking.
We're going fast.
Well,
We're
listen,
on 7 out of
I
35.
know, he was smoking, right?
Yeah.
And they said, you can't smoke inside. So they put him out in the freezing,
Mhm.
tundra out there.
Yeah.
And, the drilling rig, it's 40 foot underneath snow.
Yeah.
And they're having a hard time proving, drilling to prove that it's warm, even though he checks warm
Yeah.
to
every
get
time.
paid.
Okay.
Okay.
Mark.
All right. So he was out there and he was smoking
Yes.
behind one of the, the big fossil fuel
Yes.
containers.
Mhm.
He was smoking
Yes.
behind that to
Karen's
stay out of the
like
wind.
going, hurry up, guys.
Okay.
35 of these.
Stand by. Okay. So he's smoking.
Mm-hmm.
And so he goes, he's like, you can't smoke behind her. But he says, it's the only thing that's above ground that I can hide behind, to,
Okay.
there you
That
go.
was pointless. Fast. Tofu is the most hated Thanksgiving dish. So there's you a
Yeah,
dish to hate
please.
even more than
Yeah.
all
Yeah,
those
that's
that you
not-
named.
Karen says
Karen
that's
loves-
all she's having
It's
at
tofu.
Thanksgiving is
Mhm.
tofu.
Jingle Bells was originally a Thanksgiving song. I think I kind of knew that.
Okay.
And I can't read this.
Yeah.
Uh,
FDR once moved Thanksgiving up a week. Oh, that bastard.
wow.
That crazy man. He's out of control.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But you know what I noticed? You know how like Christmas is sometimes on different days?
Yeah.
Thanksgiving always is on Thursday. It's a miracle. Keep going.
Yes, but it's not always
Keep
the same
going.
date.
Yeah, but it's always on Thursday.
It's always on the
But Christmas
last Thursday of the month.
isn't not always on the same day.
Okay.
Let's go.
The first Thanksgiving lasted 3 days.
You said that already.
That was a different
You're
statistic.
wasting time with
Stop.
these ridiculous.
Okay, the
stories.
woman who got Thanksgiving reinstated as a national holiday also wrote Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Well, that's just crazy. I can sleep tonight now. Keep
Okay.
going with your great
Okay.
stats.
Okay.
Right.
And then George
Oh my goodness.
H.W. Bush, a presidential pardon of a turkey was the joke of sorts. And it tells you down here
His pardon.
why it was. And anyway,
Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Who cares?
so put it back to
All
normal because we're going to get to normal.
Well, whenever it
Thanks.
does, I'll shrink it back down. Okay.
Canada celebrates a totally different Thanksgiving. So,
Okay.
and their Thanksgiving is when?
Uh.
I'm sure it tells us on the slide if you hadn't have made it so big.
Okay. Yeah. That was your fault. Okay. You might believe Thanksgiving was purely American, but it's celebrated in Canada too. Instead of the last Thursday in November, however, it falls on the second Monday of every
October.
That's crazy. That's wacky Canadians.
Those wacky
Ron, what's up
Canadians.
with you, Ron,
Yeah.
up there in Canada? Oh,
Yeah.
and we got what? Maple Creek.
Mhm.
Is it Homestead?
Maple Creek. I think it's Homestead.
Yeah, whatever. They're good friends.
Yes. I know.
And they're from Canada too.
Yeah, and they're changing their name, but I can't
Yeah,
remember.
well,
what
no,
it is.
they're getting a second channel.
Second channel.
Get
Okay.
with it. Okay.
Okay,
Keep
let's
going.
go.
Move along.
The
Let's
Macy
go.
Thanksgiving Day Parade balloons used to just be let go after the show.
Yeah,
But I'm sure they're not let go now because of,
global warming.
yes,
Yeah,
I'm
I don't
sure.
know. No,
Yeah.
because
they say they're bad for the.
would they go get them wherever they came back down, or would they just let them go up and then they would
They
expand?
just let them go
The
wherever.
helium would expand and they might explode. I don't know.
Before 1997, there were no size regulations on the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade balloons.
And there shouldn't be. If you can get it down the street,
Mm-hmm.
more power to you.
About 50 million people watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade annually.
Yeah, that's
More people travel to Orlando, Florida than anywhere else on Thanksgiving. Did you know that? I didn't know that. But the gold and blue dude is down there. Blue and gold dude.
He's down there,
Yeah.
and he's still pumping out a video every day. So if you like college sports, go to Blue and Gold Dude. I just watched a couple of his shows today. And you know what? Come back out to us here for a second. Okay. Go to Blue and Gold Dude.
Uh-huh.
I know, I hate that I could do gold.
Yeah, hurry up.
Listen to me. This is important news. So he's down there, and he's at Disney World. He's waiting in line for one of the rides, right? And he's like, "That's right, Blue and Gold dude here, pumping out a video every day, right?" And these people are walking behind him, and they're kind of like, what's this cat doing? He goes, "That's right, you're live on Blue and Gold Dude," and he comes back.
Okay.
And the people are like, "What?"
Yeah. Okay.
And it was funny as crap. I loved it. He was acting like they should know him.
The original TV dinner was the result of a Thanksgiving miscalculation. So it started the first TV dinner.
All right.
Okay, more than 4/5 of Americans prefer the leftovers to the meal. I do not.
Oh, dude.
prefer.
Yeah. I could go on about this. See, I was always on the run. I was valet car parking.
Mm-hmm.
I was always working wacky hours, TV business, everything. I am so used to eating like leftovers from the day before so I could get to work and stuff. And room temperature. Like everything I ate growing up was cold or at room temperature. And so I like my food at room temperature. I'm kind of weird that way. Keep going.
Okay. Red wine is the most popular Thanksgiving tipple.
Tipple? Oh, you probably like that.
And turkey isn't to blame for the post-dinner slump, and it just says that anytime you eat a big meal, you're going to be sleepy afterwards. So it's saying it's not.
It's anything, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, one Connecticut town delayed Thanksgiving because of a pumpkin pie shortage. So, 1 year.
Yeah, no, you just press on, people. I mean, I love pumpkin pie, but that's not worth stopping
Thanksgiving
for.
Holiday weight gain accounts for most of the thickening associated with aging. I don't know if I believe that either.
Whatever. It's just one day.
It's just one day.
Yeah. I can hear you.
And then we have 2 towns in Texas claim to be the site of the first Thanksgiving. So
sure.
In 1969, but yeah.
Just get over it one time, or just share the hype.
The hype. The first national Thanksgiving was declared by George Washington. So he declared the first one.
Okay.
And then turkeys are named after the country, the result of confusion about birds. Turkeys are named after the country. The result of confusion about birds.
Resemble turkeys. Are often imported from their native North America here to be eaten because. There you go, people. Just pause it and you can read that.
Okay. Minnesota raises the most turkeys in the United States. Okay.
There's a lot of turkeys up in Minnesota. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes.
All right.
The first Thanksgiving football game predates the National Football League. So the first Thanksgiving football game predates the National Football League.
Okay.
Okay.
Was it just, okay.
Benjamin Franklin liked turkeys more than bald eagles.
Okay.
So there you can share that with your friends.
Well, I do too, because I can eat a turkey. I can't eat a bald. I think bald eagles are cool.
And they're endangered
But
species.
if you had me to pick between the two, like which one do you want to own or anything, I'm going with the turkey because I could eat the turkey.
The tradition of cracking the wishbone is an accidental one.
I forgot all about that.
Well, we'll have to do it this year.
I have.
Thanksgiving is America's second favorite holiday.
Oh, Christmas.
Yes.
Of course.
Thanksgiving is the most popular day for in the U.S. for racing.
Well, that's nuts balls.
That's nuts balls?
Yeah.
Okay, and I can't read this one. 60% of Americans would rather do anything other than think about what they are grateful for on Thanksgiving. Would you rather do anything other than think about? Well, you should think about what you're grateful for on Thanksgiving. That should be what.
Even if you can only afford a frozen burrito, you should be thankful for
the
that frozen burrito.
Giving back makes families closer and happier.
Right, giving back.
I think that's our last one.
And that's what,
and then we have this fun map. We can make this one bigger.
Yeah. That's what Jax was trying to say at the end of his show. He said, we should all be kind. He said, love is what's important in the world. With all the madness going on, let's just love one another. And then I told him about Albert Einstein's letters to his daughter. And he said, only release this when you think the world is ready. And it said that E equals MC squared. E is energy, but E is actually love.
Love is God.
Yeah, there you go. So Jax nailed it.
So then fun map to end us off is Thanksgiving side dishes. So you can look and see what your state has as a side dish. Leave us a comment if it's right, wrong, or what you think about it. Ours is casserole. Pretty generic. It doesn't say what kind of casserole.
Yeah, casserole.
It just says casserole. I like the green bean casserole.
Yeah, the green bean casserole, that's a staple.
And I like stuffing.
Let's see what
stuffing is mine.
Yes, stuffing for Pennsylvania. That's what I grew up. I love my stuffing, boy.
Texas is fruit salad.
You know me and my bread and stuff. I love bread.
Texas is fruit salad.
Let's
and then you got macaroni and cheese.
I'm gonna zoom around so everybody can read their state. So you got green beans, mashed potatoes, blah blah blah. Out in the west, green bean casserole. Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm talking about.
Is up in North
Montana's got the green bean casserole. Yeah, crescent rolls. Ooh,
that's a good one.
Yes, stuffing again, glazed.
Stuffing.
Oh gosh, we might be going to Kansas here, or probably going to Kansas for.
We are going to.
We're going to Kansas for Thanksgiving dinner. So man, glazed sweet. It's even the sweeter sweet potatoes. Oh gosh, please.
I don't think more.
Mashed potatoes. Now you're talking. Mashed potatoes, regular potatoes. I love. Okay, that's very good. Cream corn is. I didn't really like cream, but guess where we had cream corn at?
I don't know.
That was like the bomb. Come on, Journey Along with Shannon.
Oh yeah, that wasn't cream corn.
It wasn't.
No, it was a corn casserole.
Whatever it was, it was
very good.
Oh my gosh!
And yeah, that was far from.
Okay. All right, there you go,
so,
people.
Anyway, so then I had one more slide.
What does Alaska like? Mashed potatoes, good for them.
Okay, there was one more slide I was going to show everybody.
All right.
It's very important.
All right.
Very important.
That's good enough right there. Probably. Oh, no. Whatever. Just
that's going to be good enough. Okay.
Right.
My last slide.
Oh, happy Thanksgiving. I guess we can't leave without. Look at your shirt.
Yeah.
You're all happy Thanksgiving.
Grateful and blessed.
I didn't even plan it, but I put on my more like
so we look
maroon, but it's kind of orangey maroon, hobo top. So
we're ready for our Thanksgiving. So anyway,
I'm looking forward to spending a nice Thanksgiving at home. Yeah, because I'm on. And there's another thing, Jax. Where have you ever been in a cab over before?
Yes, I have been.
First off, my satellite truck was a box truck.
Yeah.
With a cab over in the front, the most uncomfortable, underpowered thing you ever had, right?
Yeah.
And she spent a lot of time in that sucker and breaking down and everything, right? But then we also had the Champ Car, where we had a Peterbilt cab over with a satellite dish on top.
Yeah.
And it was hauling a trailer with a big satellite dish on the back of it, and we would go along and do the Champ Car racing.
Yes, and we rode in
3 trips.
Yeah, well, no, it was all the same trip, but it was 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
So we went from New York.
To Cleveland.
Did we go from Cleveland?
Yeah, remember
we started in Cleveland.
We started in Cleveland.
Okay, Cleveland. Then we went
to Niagara Falls,
to Canada, and then we went to Canada.
And then we went to Monterrey. The skiing resort up there.
And then we went to Toronto.
And we rode sitting on the back of the bed of the cab, the Peterbilt cab over, which is like his Kenworth. And he'll have to let us know, is the Peterbilt, I know what he's going to say because he got a Kenworth. What did you think about the old Peterbilt cab over? And was it the designs that were better what was the best of the Kenworth? What was the best of the Peterbilt? If he's stuck around this long, Jack,
comment.
Put it in the comment below. And if you're ever doing another trip with Heavy D, I'm tenacious, trying to get on there.
Well, we're going to get Ned back, and he's going to get back on it.
A rip-roaring hard-working, guy fun trip.
You need one of those.
That's all. I don't want to promote our channel. I don't want anything. I just want to get out there with you boys, have a rip-roaring good time.
All right. So until next time, remember, do your own research and be prepared.